welcome to Data Solution. Hope you are doing well. In this video, we are going to learn about how to copy data in bulk from Azure Data Storage to Azure SQL Database using Azure Data Factory. You can use any database in place of Azure SQL Database to load data from a storage account to database. To implement this design, we use here metadata activity for each loop activity and copy data activity. Metadata activity retrieve file name from Azure Storage. Copy for each loop activity, iterate over each file name, and copy data activity, copy data from Azure Storage to database. So before going forward, I request you to please subscribe the channel and like this video if you find this video helpful. Now let's go to Azure Data Factory and implement this design. This is my home page of Azure Data Factory. You can see here. And let's go to Azure storage account. This is my storage account as a data vault solution, and in this container we have source data container, and in source data container we have sales directory, and in sales directory let us suppose we have 3 files. You can use any number of files to copy data from file to database. Let us suppose in my demo we have 3 files. We want to load all 3 file data into database in one go. So let's go to Azure Data Factory and implement this design. To implement this design, we need here link service. So let's go to here manage tab and create link service. So go to manage tab and create here link service to link between Azure Data Factory and storage account. So click on this new and select here Azure Blob Storage. If you know SSIS, this is similar to connection manager. Okay, so click on this, select this Azure Blob Storage and name it Azure Blob Storage. LS means link service, right here in a small letter, and choose your appropriate integration runtime. Authentication type I am choosing here account key, and account selection method I am selecting here from Azure subscription. Select here pay as you go. If you have any trial version, you can select your trial version subscription. Select here storage account name. In my case we have only one storage account, so showing only one storage account. Select your appropriate storage account, and now test connection. So here you can see here connection is successful, so it's link created between a storage account service to Azure Data Factory. So one link service created, we need one more link service for Azure SQL. So we have, for example, here database Azure SQL Database. Click on this and select here continue. Name it LS for link service Azure SQL Database, and select here integration runtime appropriate version recommended. Account selection method same from Azure SQL. From Azure subscription, select here pay as you go. If you have trial version, select, you can select trial version. Subscriptions, this is my server name, server for data vault solution, and choose your database available in your Azure SQL. And authentication type I am choosing here SQL authentication, and this is my username admin to data vault solution, and type here password, and let's test this connection. Here is connection successful. Now let's click on this create button to create link service. Here is link service created. For creating link service, you have to go to here manage tab and then select here link service and click on this new link service to create link service. We create here link service. This is first step. Now go to here author tab and we need to create here data set. So let's go to here data set and create here new data set. We need to get metadata from Azure Blob Storage. So let's select here Azure Blob Storage, and my file format is delimiter. So let's select here delimiter. Name it DS, stand for dataset, and get metadata. Using this dataset we get file name. So let's select here link service which create previous step. This is Azure Blob Storage. Okay, uncheck this because this dataset I am using for getting file name. So we are not want to check on first row as a header, and import schema, choose here none, and go to here this drop down, and from root select here data source, and I am using here sales for our demonstration. So let's click on this. OK, import schema none, and click on this OK button. Here is one dataset created. OK, now go to here pipeline. If we require, then we create here dataset as well in pipeline. So click on this new pipeline and name it bulk load. Okay, so we name it bulk load. To click here to collapse this name, and also click here. Now go to here general tab and select here get metadata, and you can also search here get metadata. Okay, in general tab available here get metadata activity. Okay, so configure this. In general tab we name it get metadata, and this choose here by default activated, and this is timeout, and retry interval is 30 seconds. So now go to here setting and select here get metadata, and in field list click on this new and select here child item. Okay, so this is very important. We need to select here child item to get file name. Okay, here we do not require user properties, any user properties. So if you want to check file name, so let's debug this get metadata activity. This is successful, and click on this arrow to see here north cell.csv, south cell.csv, west cell.csv. So it's working fine because in this source data in this container we have sales directory. Let's go to here source data container, and this is sales directory, and only these three files available. Okay, for our demonstration. Now go to here again activity, and go to here iteration and conditional, and choose here for each activity. Okay, and you can also search here for each activity in search bar. So on this completion on success, link this to for each loop and click on this. In general tab we name it for each. Go to here setting and click on this item, and click on this add dynamic content, and here is expression builder is open. Now in activity output, here you can select here get metadata child item. Click on this, and here is formula created by Azure Data Factory, and now click on this OK button. Okay, now go to here activity tab, and you can also open this activity tab using this button plus icon, and you can also open by using this pencil icon. So let's click on this, and now use here copy data activity, drag this copy data activity into this canvas and name it copy data and leave it by default. Now go to here source tab. Here we require source data set, and till now we do not have any source data set. So let's click on this new to create source data set, and select here Azure Blob Storage. Search here Azure Blob Storage, and now select this Azure Blob Storage and click on continue, and select here file format, in my case delimiter text. So select this and click on continue. DS source data set. Okay, name it. Choose here ls Azure Blob Storage link service, and go to here from root. This is my container, and this is my directory in which file available. So click on this OK button, first row as a header, click on checkbox, and import schema, click on none. Okay, select, click on this OK button. So here is source dataset created. Now go to here file path type and go to here, choose here wildcard file path. Okay, and this is source data container. In this container we have sales directory and we need here file name from for each loop iterator. So click on this add dynamic content, and here is pipeline expression builder is open. Now go to here for each loop iterator and click on this for each and write here dot name. So this expression retrieve file name. Okay, so click on this OK button and leave it. By default we do not have any folder in this directory, so uncheck this recursively. Okay, now go to here sync tab and create here sync dataset. Click on this new button to create sync database, and sync is in Azure SQL. So click on this Azure SQL, click on continue, and first go to here Azure SQL database. We create here, let's drop this, create here again this data sales table. Here is sales table created with sale date, region, product, sales amount and quantity. Okay, so here is table created and this table is now empty. Okay, now again go to Azure Data Factory and create sync dataset. So ds right here sync dataset. Okay, choose here Azure SQL Database link service, and now select here sales table. Okay, now select here import schema none and click on this OK button to create dataset for sync. So here sync dataset created. Right behavior, we select here insert. We want to insert data from file to this table, and bulk insert table lock is none. Table option we use here existing. Okay, so mapping, we know it's automatically mapped by this copy activity. So here is configuration completed, design completed. Now let's go to here debug to run this pipeline. So here is pipeline in quiz, and let's see get metadata succeeded. So let's wait for each completion copy data activity. Here is 2 copy data succeeded. You can click here to refresh this. Here is activity status is succeeded. Now this pipeline is succeeded, and let's go to here Azure Data Factory and see here data is loaded. Okay, so we have 3 file. In 3 file we have this 4 record in west, for this 5 record in south, and this 5 record in north. So all data loaded. So let's go to here and you can see here preview data. Okay, click on this edit button to see this data is loaded into database using this pipeline. In this video we learn about metadata for each loop and copy activity. We implement here one use cases. We load data from a storage account to Azure SQL database. So that's all about in this video. If you find this video helpful, please subscribe this channel and like this video. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.